The hum of the refrigerator, a constant, almost unnoticed presence in our lives, was the first thing to go silent. It was a sound we took for granted, a subtle background noise that defined the normalcy of our modern existence. But on this particular night, its absence would become deafening. It was a Tuesday night, just after dinner. The remnants of the meal still sat on the table, a testament to the routine we had just completed. Little did we know it would be one of the last normal evenings we would experience for a long time. The kids were doing homework, pencils scratching diligently against paper under the bright, focused beam of the desk lamp. They were absorbed in their studies, oblivious to the impending disruption that would soon shatter their concentration and plunge them into uncertainty. Then, silence. A sudden, absolute silence that replaced the familiar hum of appliances and the gentle sounds of family life. The lights flickered, a brief, unsettling dance of light and shadow, then plunged the house into an impenetrable darkness. It was a darkness that felt heavier, more complete than any power outage we had experienced before. Outside, the streetlights, those beacons of suburban security, and the warm glow emanating from neighbors' windows vanished, swallowed by the encroaching blackness. The familiar landscape of our neighborhood was transformed into an unrecognizable void. The world as we knew it had been switched off, as if some giant hand had flipped a cosmic breaker. The suddenness and totality of it were terrifying. A lone car alarm, triggered by the power surge or lack thereof, blared its discordant warning into the night, then sputtered and died, leaving an even more profound silence in its wake. This wasn't a normal outage, the kind that brought neighbors together for a brief communal inconvenience. It felt different, more ominous. It felt final, as if something fundamental had shifted. We waited, huddled together in the darkness, telling ourselves it was just a glitch, a temporary disruption that would soon be rectified. We clung to the hope that the power would return any minute. The kids, initially excited by the novelty of the darkness, quickly grew quiet, their faces etched with a growing unease that mirrored our own. Our phones, those lifelines to the outside world, stubbornly displayed no signal, cutting us off from communication and information. No internet to search for answers, no calls to reach out for help or reassurance, just a cold, dead screen reflecting our own worried faces. The radio, our last hope for news, hissed with static, offering only a cacophony of white noise instead of the comforting voice of a news anchor. The silence outside was broken only by distant, confused shouts, the disembodied voices of neighbors grappling with the same unsettling reality. Minutes stretched into what felt like an eternity, each tick of the clock amplifying the growing sense of dread. Hours crawled by with agonizing slowness. The darkness was absolute, a suffocating blanket that smothered every sense of normalcy and amplified our vulnerability. It pressed in on us, heavy and inescapable. We fumbled blindly for candles, our hands outstretched in the darkness, tripping over familiar furniture that had suddenly become treacherous obstacles. And then, with a gurgle and a sigh, we watched the water slow to a trickle before stopping altogether, leaving us with a chilling premonition of what was to come. The city's water pumps, dependent on a constant flow of electricity, had fallen silent, leaving us without a basic necessity we had always taken for granted. Toilets wouldn't flush, a stark reminder of the interconnectedness of our modern lives and the fragility of the systems we relied upon. Food in the fridge, deprived of its life-sustaining chill, began to spoil, a grim countdown to a new set of challenges. We were a modern family, accustomed to the conveniences of the 21st century, suddenly thrown back 100 years, forced to rely on candlelight and dwindling resources. By morning, after a fitful night punctuated by unease and uncertainty, nothing had changed. The power remained off, the silence unbroken. The sun rose on a world that looked superficially the same, the familiar houses and streets bathed in the golden light of dawn, but felt profoundly alien, stripped of its vital signs. No news reports to explain what had happened, no traffic to break the eerie silence of the streets, no garbage truck making its rounds, leaving overflowing bins as a testament to the breakdown of order. Just a profound, unnerving stillness that hung in the air, a silence so complete it felt like a physical weight. Neighbors stood on their porches, their faces etched with confusion and worry, just as lost and bewildered as we were. No one knew what was happening. No one had any explanation for the sudden, inexplicable collapse of everything we had taken for granted. No one had answers. No one could offer reassurance. We were all adrift in a sea of uncertainty. As the first day bled into the second and then the third, a cold, creeping realization began to set in, chilling us to the bone. The cavalry wasn't coming. There would be no rescue, no quick fix, no return to normalcy. No emergency broadcasts to guide us, no utility trucks on the streets to restore power, no one in charge to provide leadership or direction. We were completely, utterly on our own, adrift in a world that had suddenly become hostile and unpredictable. The world we knew, the world of convenience and connectivity, had vanished overnight, leaving us stranded in a new and terrifying reality. And we had to figure out, together by the flickering light of a candle, what came next, how we would survive in this new, unforgiving world. In a true widespread crisis, something that affects everyone and overwhelms local resources, burn this into your mind. It's a hard truth, but a necessary one. No one is coming to save you. You are your own first line of defense. Forget the movies. The cavalry isn't riding over the hill. When the grid fails everywhere, plunging entire regions into darkness and chaos, first responders are just as stranded as you are, facing the same challenges and uncertainties. They have their own families to protect, their own loved ones to worry about, their own empty pantries just like yours, and the same concerns about where the next meal will come from. The system can handle local disasters, a storm here, a fire there, not a nationwide blackout, a complete collapse of infrastructure. Trucks can't get gas to deliver essential supplies, planes can't fly, stranding people and halting the flow of goods, and leaders can't coordinate a response effectively. Communication lines are down and chaos reigns. Your family's survival is your responsibility. It's always been the case, but now more than ever it's crucial to understand this. Always has been and always will be. You must become your own first responder, capable of handling medical emergencies and providing basic care, your own police, able to protect your home and loved ones from potential threats, your own doctor, equipped with the knowledge and supplies to treat illnesses and injuries. This isn't about fear-mongering, it's about realism and empowerment, taking control of your destiny and ensuring your family's well-being. Knowing help isn't coming is the first step to real preparedness, to taking proactive steps to safeguard your future. If the world stopped tomorrow, if the systems we rely on vanished overnight, what would you do? How would you survive? When the systems vanish, when the power grids fail, and the familiar comforts of modern life disappear, survival boils down to the basics, the core essentials that keep you and your loved ones alive. It's about stripping away the complexities and focusing on what truly matters in a crisis. The sacred six water, the most vital resource for life. Without it, everything else crumbles. Food, your fuel to keep going, to maintain strength and morale. Shelter, a safe haven from the elements and potential threats. Medical, the ability to treat injuries and illnesses when professional help is unavailable. Light, to pierce the darkness and provide a sense of security. And backup power, to keep essential devices running and maintain some semblance of normalcy. Water is first, the absolute priority. Store it in food-grade containers, ensuring it remains safe to drink. Have a filter, a reliable way to purify water from questionable sources, and plan for at least a gallon per person per day. That's the minimum to sustain life. Consider even more if you live in a hot climate or anticipate strenuous activity. Food stockpile non-perishables your family will eat, items that provide essential nutrients and won't spoil quickly. Canned goods, a classic choice for long-term storage. Rice, beans, pasta, staples that can form the base of many meals. Peanut butter, a source of protein and healthy fats. Aim for a month's supply, or even longer if possible. The more you have, the more secure you'll be. Shelter. Your home is your fortress, your primary defense against the outside world. Keep it secure and warm. A safe and comfortable environment is crucial for morale and well-being. Blankets, essential for staying warm in cold conditions. Warm clothes, layers are key to adapting to changing temperatures, and a safe heat source if needed, but always prioritize safety to prevent fire or carbon monoxide poisoning. Medical, go beyond cartoon bandages, prepare for real emergencies. Build a trauma kit, equipped to handle serious injuries. Include prescription meds, a supply of any medications your family members need regularly. And learn basic first aid. Knowledge is just as important as supplies. Light. Stock up on flashlights, a reliable source of illumination. Headlamps, for hands-free operation. Batteries, and plenty of them. And LED lanterns, for area lighting. Candles are backups. Use with care, they pose a fire hazard. Backup power. A small solar or gas generator can keep essentials running, like refrigerators or medical equipment. Store fuel safely and know how to use it. Improper storage can be dangerous. These 6 are your lifeline, the foundation of your survival strategy. Assess your home. Where are you strong? Where are you weak? Identify your vulnerabilities and prioritize addressing them. Start small, don't try to do everything at once. Add a few cans each week when you go shopping. A case of water every time you visit the grocery store. A flashlight for every room in the house. Progress, not perfection, is the key to building a solid foundation. Every item is another layer of security, adding to your peace of mind. Don't wait for disaster. Build your foundation now while you have the time and resources. The sacred six are the difference between panic and peace, between chaos and control. Make your list, fill the gaps, and keep moving forward. Preparedness is an ongoing process. Your family's survival depends on it. Their safety and well-being are in your hands. Don't just think, act, put your plans into motion. The time to prepare is before the crisis, not during. Every step you take now is one less worry later, reducing stress and anxiety when disaster strikes. The basics are your shield, protecting you from the worst of any situation. Build it strong and build it to last. After the shock, you face a crucial choice. Stay or leave. For most, bugging in, sheltering at home is safest. Your supplies, your shelter, your security. Only leave if home becomes more dangerous than the outside. Bugging in means defending your space and living off your stockpile. Secure doors, manage sanitation, cook without power. If you must leave, urban danger, disaster, or threat, have a plan, a destination, routes, and packed bags. A bug-out bag covers 72 hours. Water, food, fire kit, knife, first aid, map, shelter. Practice your plan, know when to go. For most, making your home survivable is the best plan. In a crisis, your family becomes a team, and every team needs roles. Assign jobs now: security coordinator, medical officer, chief of sustenance engineer, sanitation specialist. Even kids can help morale simple chores or lookout. Clear roles eliminate confusion and create order. Each person knows their job and trusts the others. This structure reduces fear and builds teamwork. When disaster hits, you won't waste time arguing, you'll act. Practice your plan together. A prepared family is a resilient family. Turn chaos into cooperation. Self-reliance is vital, but you don't have to go it alone. In a long-term crisis, a trusted group, a tribe, boosts your survival odds. One family is vulnerable, a group is strong, skills and resources multiply. But trust is everything. Choose your tribe carefully. Family, close friends, or long-known neighbors. Build these bonds now. Know each other's skills, character, and mindset. Coordinate plans, where to meet, who brings what, who leads. Work out details before disaster strikes. A tribe provides redundancy, security, and psychological support. Start small, 1 or 2 families you trust. Share information, coordinate preps, and build your foundation. Together, you're stronger than alone. Start building your tribe today. Prepping isn't about fear, it's about conquering it. Preparedness brings peace of mind, not paranoia. Every step: food stored, water filtered, skills learned, builds your wall against chaos. You become your family's guardian, not a victim of circumstance. You'll worry less about headlines because you've taken action. Preparedness is an act of love, a safety net for those who matter most. It's a journey toward confidence and calm. When the storm hits, you won't wait for rescue. You'll be ready to save yourselves.